Hello, everybody, and welcome to Disney Plus Day. It's 8 a.m. on the West Coast where I am, and unfortunately, I'm going live when there's already a ton of stuff that has happened. Um, so we are going to kind of jump into this as quickly as we can, and I'll wait for some people to come into the chat and say hi. But this is a monumental day in the sense that there's a ton of stuff. Excuse me. There's a ton of stuff that's getting announced currently, or there's been a ton of stuff that's already been announced. So I wish that I could have definitely gone live sooner. Although on the West Coast, it's early. So just to let you all know that I am very much excited to be talking, and I will be staying live as long as I possibly can today, answering questions, talking about what's coming up on Disney Plus, and generally just having a good time with my community, with the people that are here. So if you're here, say hi. I'm excited to see what's going to happen and what's going on um, with everyone else. So that being said, welcome everyone that is here so far. Feel free to spread the word on what we're doing. I'm going to be live as long as I possibly can for all the Disney Plus announcements today. For those who are wondering, keeping track just by what they're announcing on Twitter, just because I don't. If you know of a better source, please let me know. But I am not exactly sure. Flamey, hello, welcome to the party. Oh, yes, I am so excited about today. Um, yeah, a lot of stuff already happened. A lot of things have already gone down. So I'm going to try and run through some of these things, see what we can talk about first and foremost. They've already done a ton of stuff. So we'll go back to the beginning of what they've announced so far, um, and what to expect. So um, let me see if I can try and share my screen as well. All right. Uh, Geek Critique, hello. Might pop in and out at work today. Well, that's great because I'm going to be going live as long as possible to be talking about all this stuff. Okay. So I'm going to share this screen, I believe. Try and stick with me. See if we can, keep everything going. But add this to the stream. We've got Disney Plus live right now, doing a bunch of stuff, tons of stuff that's coming out. Preeps is here. Hello, my fellow No Midnight Media personality. Welcome to the party. So they've already done a ton of stuff today. So we're going to talk about all of that and what's coming up. Um, Hopefully, we'll have some stuff soon. Um, but let me go over a couple of the things that we already got today. So we got the movie premiere of Home Sweet Home Alone, which is like the sixth Home Alone movie they've done. It's not something I'm super excited about, but this is fine. It's fine. It's got the kid from Jojo Rabbit, um, which is cool, I guess. For those that are big Home Alone fans, maybe this is something that they're looking forward to. This isn't something that I'm necessarily looking forward to, but maybe sometime this season, Christmas season, I'll be watching it. Also, I've been wearing my festive Disney Plus Day sweater. That's what I'm calling it. My festive Disney Plus Day sweater. Also, the thing I'm most excited about anything that's come out today, and I know that it's stupid, but I am a huge Jeff Goldblum fan. For those of you that have been around for a while, you might know that I did a podcast with my friend Jay called Goldbluming, where we went through a bunch of his filmography, which was fun and fantastic. And I loved the Disney Plus season 1 of The World According to Goldblum. So now I'm super stoked about season 2. I'll probably be watching a bit of it this evening. So I'm hoping to jump in. I don't know if they dropped the whole series or if they're doing it episode by episode. I know season 1 they did episode by episode. If you do know, let me know. Drop a comment, and let me hear it. Victoria, hello, welcome. Glad to see you. And Preebs is saying, did you see the Disney Plus merch on Shop Disney? I did not. No, I will definitely be checking that out, and that might be something I show on stream here. We also got the premiere of Olaf Presents today, something that is seems like a lot of fun. I hope that this is not. I think they did like maybe 6 episodes of those. I hope that they do more of them. They're cute, they're fun, they're not harmful in any way. There's nothing bad about them, so I'm stoked about that. You also got the Ciao Alberto, the new Luca short today, which is awesome. So I will definitely be checking that out as well today. I mean, when you talk about a 6 or 7 minute short, it's easy to digest. We're getting the Under the Helmet, the Legacy of Boba Fett today. So those that are looking forward to the Book of Boba, you can look forward to watching that before we get into that series, which is coming. I mean, I feel like earlier this year it was like, the end of the year can't come soon enough, and now it's here, and it feels like this year's gone by really fast. We've got a ton of stuff from Disney Plus this year that I've been really happy with. And so the Book of Boba Fett is going to be kind of that big year-ender show, so that's exciting. There's going to be a Marvel Studios 2021 Disney Plus Day Special today. I have not checked this out. I don't know what's in it. I don't know if it's announcing anything that's coming down the pipeline. I'm unsure. So I have not checked that out yet. Tanae says, when is the Marvel stuff coming? I'm unsure. I'm kind of going into this blind. Like I knew it was Disney Plus Day. I saw a couple of announcements this morning when I woke up, and so you and I are gonna find out together, and talk about it all together. We also got a ton of behind the scenes stuff actually from Marvel today. They're assembled for Shang-Chi came out today, as well as they've been doing these Legends shorts for anybody who basically anybody who's not familiar with some of these characters and maybe needs to catch up or whatever the case might be. Hawkeye was the one that they dropped today. Of course, we're 2 weeks out from getting the new Hawkeye series, so that makes sense. We also got the making behind the scenes of the Happier Than Ever, A Love Letter to Los Angeles, which was the Billie Eilish special that came out a little while back, which was taped at the Hollywood Bowl, which is a fantastic venue. If you ever want to go see a concert in the Los Angeles area, in the Southern California area, highly recommend the Hollywood Bowl. It is so fun. The views are absolutely stunning no matter what seat you're in. Highly recommend going there. We also got the finale of the new Doogie Howser show, Doogie Kamaloa. She's Hawaiian. I'm butchering that name and I apologize. But that came out today. And also, Jungle Cruise dropped on Disney Plus today, as did Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. So if you did not buy into, dropping $30 to get Jungle Cruise early, now's your chance to watch that film on Disney Plus. Shang-Chi also available. The Simpsons Plus Anniversary short went out today as a ton of really good shorts. If you've not seen these shorts, please see these specific shorts today. Paperman and Feast are some of the best animation that's come out of Disney in the past probably 10 years, in my opinion. I I don't understand why the Meander software, which is what they use to create these two shorts, hasn't been used more often. It's beautiful looking. It feels like it's moving forward with animation rather than moving backwards or staying stagnant in the CGI Pixar style that Disney has kind of adopted over the past decade or so. I would really like to see more done with this style of animation. And then Get a Horse, the Mickey Mouse short that goes from 2D to 3D. It's also beautiful looking. If you've not seen it, do so. Please do so. It is absolutely fantastic. Those are all the things that are out on Disney Plus today. But there are a ton of announcements that have happened. Let me jump back into some of these chats though, and let me see. Key Critique saying, "Can't wait for Ciao Alberto. I'll be watching it later today." So Luca was much better than I thought it was ever going to be. So yeah, 100%. Super stoked about Ciao Alberto coming out. Zach saying that the Paperman is amazing. Feast makes me weep every time. They're both so good. I remember seeing Paperman in the theaters. It came out right before Wreck-It Ralph, and it's the only time I've ever seen a short that made me want to buy a ticket to go see the movie again just so I could see the short. Like, I didn't care to see Wreck-It Ralph a second time. I cared to see Paperman a second time. I wanted to see it up on a big screen another time. It was fantastic. Literally the only short that has blown my mind in that way. And it made me think about how people must have felt when they saw Steamboat Willie, or some of the silly symphonies that came out, the Dancing Skeletons or Flowers and Trees, how those shorts in particular just like mesmerized people, and like the movie after it didn't matter. Like, that's what Paperman did for me. Feast is very similar in that same way. Like, I knew what the animation style was, but they added more to it. They plussed it. They added color. They added a beautiful story. It doesn't make me weep, but it makes me want to sit down and watch it right now. Like, I love those two shorts. Flamus says, I watched The Simpsons Plus Anniversary and it's meh, I guess. Bad news for Marge fans, though. The couple of shorts that they've done for Disney Plus over the past year or so, I think there have been like 3 or 4, have been fine. They've been decent. They're nothing to ride home about. I liked the Marvel one, but it's like after watching it once, maybe twice, like I don't need to revisit it again. And I probably feel the same for this, unfortunately. But The Simpsons in this day and age, I would say the same for practically anything they're doing. The Simpsons are great. They have pop culture. Excuse me. They have a pop cultureness to them, but yeah, the best days are behind them. Everybody kind of talks about that. Everybody knows that. The shorts on Disney Plus kind of also reaffirm that. Um, Flavia says the Get a Horse is fantastic. It is absolutely fantastic. Zach saying the Obi-Wan teaser gave next to nothing, and it was still great to see. Yeah, I think that a lot of people were ready. We're ready for more Star Wars stuff. The Mandalorian is great. I love the Mandalorian, and I personally wish we were getting Mandalorian season 3 over the Book of Boba Fett, but that's fine. I'm super stoked for more live action Star Wars stuff. I think we've had a lot of animated stuff this year as well, and that doesn't excite me nearly as much as the live action, personally. So, yeah, Obi-Wan teaser, fantastic. Gives you nothing, doesn't matter, puts you in the mood, and I'm here for just the mood of a good Star Wars story. Feast was so amazing. They Disney Plus it, if you will. Yeah. So those are all the things happening on Disney Plus going on today. Very excited for what all of that stuff is. But there's even more. There's tons more stuff coming. In fact, they actually announced that there's new text to speech voices for Disney Plus, so you can get a ton of different voices coming into instead of typing in whatever your search is, you can just do that, or whatever the case is. They announced the first announcement that they really had this morning was that they announced a new Cheaper by the Dozen movie, which is going to star Zach Braff. I believe that this is now the third rendition of Cheaper by the Dozen movie. The last one being with Steve Martin, and then, oh man, they've I think they've killed this, but maybe it's been long enough. Who knows? It's going straight to Disney Plus, so it's not like it's going to theaters, so that doesn't really matter. It's an original movie for Disney Plus. It'll be fine. Zach Braff is fun. I mean, I love Scrubs when Scrubs was on television, so this is fine. I guess it's not an amazing announcement. As it being their first big announcement for the day, you would think that it would be a much larger announcement. Yeah. So we'll see what happens there. I'm not completely sure. Wrestling with Disney, hello, welcome. I'm excited to have you here. Dre says, I'm excited to see how Olaf retells The Lion King. I'm excited to see, I think I said this already, I'm excited to already see like an announcement that they want to make more of those. Like make them all. Make every single Disney animated movie into an Olaf Presents. Get like 5 seasons of these going where you drop like 5 a year. That would be great. Love those. Wrestling's with Disney says, I didn't realize that there was a Disney Plus Day. And I think they announced it a long time ago, but they did not. They didn't really do much with it until like finally last night when they leaked the trailer for Obi-Wan. And then people were like, oh yeah, it's Disney Plus Day tomorrow. And so I think that people got excited off of the back of that yesterday. And the asking the bear kid from Tailspin in the background. Yeah, Kit Cloud Kicker is right behind me. Kermit's right behind me. I've got a ton of different characters all everywhere. So, yeah, tons of stuff. It is Kit Cloud Kicker. He looks a little different. It's the hair. It's the crazy hair. I haven't combed it in a while. Yeah, and there's Jeff saying it was announced earlier this month, and there's perks in the parks as well. I know today if you go to Walt Disney World to any of the parks that there's a special like sound that it makes when you scan in, whether you have your ticket or you have a magic band or whatever. Like when you get into the park, it makes a magical sound. Also, if you're a Disney Plus member, it's too late to say this now because the parks are already open. But if you're a Disney Plus member, you can get into any of the Disney theme parks domestically 30 minutes early today, as long as you show that you're a Disney Plus subscriber. So you can do that. And there's a couple other things. He was also mentioning earlier that there's some Disney Plus Day merchandise on Shop Disney. So you can go check that out as well. And maybe we'll check that out ourselves on the stream as we keep going. The next announcement, though, from Disney Plus, which was a much bigger announcement, and I did not think that the first announcement was as big as this. I don't know why you wouldn't have kicked off with this announcement. That's Disenchanted, the sequel to Enchanted, is coming out. It's gonna be out like soon. I thought that this was going to be taking a lot more time, but it is not taking a lot more time. They are like on top of it. Sorry, I lost my place here on the Disney Plus on the Disney Plus Twitter, but they announced. I feel like they started showing some pictures and stuff like not too long ago. They're saying fall 2022 is the actual date that it's going to come out. I think that's crazy. It's crazy that Disney's Enchanted or Disenchanted is coming out fall 2022 because I don't feel like we've heard a lot about it until like the past couple of months. But I guess they're far enough along in production that they're sure that a fall 2022 release is going to be streaming on Disney Plus, and it says that you'll be able to stream it, and you can then now stream Disney Enchanted, the original film. Sorry, I'm losing my words here. You can stream Disney's Enchanted now, and Disenchanted is coming to Disney Plus fall 2022. They have no announcement of if this is going to be a in theaters as well as on Disney Plus. They haven't said that. I would assume that this movie has enough leverage that they would want to put it into theaters and maybe put the $30 price tag on Disney Plus so that it comes out in the fall, but won't be available to everybody until the winter, so that maybe people will buy into it. I don't know. Like, they seem to be half in the bag on this idea of buying it on Disney Plus. I'm not sure, but it's very very particular that they leave that information out. That they just say it's going to be streaming on Disney Plus. They don't give you more specifics. They're also saying the Diary of a Wimpy Kid, the all new animated movie, is coming to Disney Plus on December 3rd, which is awesome. And they've already announced a new animated film that'll be a part of that. So Diary of a Wimpy Kid, Roderick Rules, will be coming to Disney Plus as well. So it looks like they're going to continue doing Diary of a Wimpy Kid and doing this series. I like the animation look and feel and style of this. Let me see if I can bring it up here on the StreamYard, because I think that this is pretty cool looking, to be honest with you. Yeah, so we've got this guy here. I love the look of this. This looks like what the Peanuts animated film looks like. It, to me, it kind of looks like what sadly what Blue Sky Studios was kind of doing before Blue Sky Studios went away. And maybe this is part of, I'm not sure if it's Disney entirely making this or if they're putting it out to a third party through Disney being a distributor, or Fox or 20th Century Studios, 20th Century Studios being a distributor. I'm not sure, but it definitely looks like that Blue Sky design style. So interesting, just interesting to me that that's something that we're getting here. What else do we got? We've got a bunch of other stuff coming down the pipeline. There's so much to talk about, so I'm going to try and rush through some of this. We got a brand new kind of teaser trailer, although we've already gotten a bit of this. But I'm excited for this Beatles Get Back thing that they've got going on. They've got this Beatles Get Back documentary, found footage, whatever you want to call it. There was a great documentary on Hulu that came out about a year or two ago about the Beatles and their last days of touring, which was fantastic. This is kind of it's not a continuation from that exactly, but it does feel like a continuation because this is much later in the Beatles band history. So I'm super stoked about seeing this. I know that it's going to be a multi-day event, like 3 days in a row they're going to be playing this. So like that's exciting if you're a Beatles fan. If you're a music fan, which I am very much a music fan, I love seeing how people record stuff. I love seeing how people write music. And so to me, this is like something I've been very much looking forward to ever since they first put out a trailer for it a couple of weeks back. Very exciting stuff. I'm going to jump back into the chat, see what you guys are saying. Drea says, I haven't heard anything about it, but will there be another trailer for Pixar's Turning Red? I wasn't excited by the first trailer, so just curious if they drop another one. I haven't heard anything, although I will say that it's been a practice as of late that usually there's usually a teaser trailer, which it felt like that was the Pixar's Turning Red trailer. And then usually like 3 months out or so from the film, we get the actual trailer for the movie, which is what I would think would be coming fairly soon. That might come out actually with Encanto. Um, that might be my best guess. If not, if we don't get a regular trailer with Encanto, then I would assume that it might be coming out um, maybe in December or January at the latest. But that would be my suspicion with that. Um, Also, yeah, Zach, there have been rumors about Disenchanted for like a decade, which makes me think like this film is getting a lot of buzz because so many people wanted it for so long. Like, why would you not put it into theaters? Why is it going straight to Disney Plus as a free, um, on service movie instead of making people pay the $30 to put it behind the paywall for a couple of months until then it goes out to everybody. They were very particular about their wording that they left that out, so it could be that that's happening. Sonic Bros came in. Thank you for joining us. As the new Zootopia thing looks cool. I haven't gotten to it yet. I haven't seen it. We'll definitely be talking about it as we get into that. They were saying personally, I'm not the biggest fan of the animation style, but it looks nice. If you're still talking about the Zootopia thing, I haven't seen it. If you're talking about the Diary of a Wimpy Kid, I think it looks nice as well. I actually like that animation style. I think it's interesting and unique. I loved it with the Peanuts movie, so I'm excited to see it with that as well. Did they say anything about the Win or Lose series other than a one shot? I've not seen anything yet. We're going through all these things as we get going here. Disney get Ron Howard to do the first Beatles doc and Peter Jackson for the second. Yeah, exactly. Like these are big names doing these Beatles documentaries, and they're actually really good. If you've not seen that one on Hulu, go check it out. Just type in like the Beatles in the search bar on Hulu, and it's really, really good. Key Critique saying the Beatles Get Back is going to be so good. Unseen footage. It looks good, like in the sense that it's also dramatic. Like this is a band on their last leg. It's a band that's in turmoil, trying to sit down and write music. Like it's going to be absolutely amazing to see that. Flamey says just saw the teaser for the new Ice Age movie. It does not look good, literally and metaphorically. This is one I have seen. I did see this earlier this morning, and I will say that I think it's real ballsy that they're continuing the Ice Age franchise without 20th Studios involvement, or without Blue Sky. They killed Blue Sky. That was a huge deal for a lot of people in the animation world and in the film world. And now they're continuing this Ice Age story without them. And I don't think it speaks well of them to do that. And I know that they have incorporated some animators from Blue Sky into other parts of the company, but to just dissolve the company in order to steal their franchise, kind of a bummer, kind of a big bummer. And Flaming says, speaking of Wimpy Kid, they've already announced a sequel based on Roderick Rules. Yeah, they've got two movies now. So the original one will come out on December 3rd, and then they've already announced the sequel. So they must have a lot of faith in this story, because they're going all in for it. And then we also got excitement here from me. This is one I'm definitely looking forward to. Rescue Rangers. Rescue Rangers is coming down the pipeline. This is exciting stuff. A brand new movie is coming out in the spring of 2022. And not to mention that, they also had the cast, quote unquote, some of the cast, as part of that. John Mulaney, Andy Samberg are going to be Chip and Dale, the Rescue Rangers. And that is something that is exciting to me. I'm super stoked about Chip and Dale. I hope that this is not the only thing that comes out for the Rescue Rangers. With the DuckTales show now having ended after its 3 or 4 seasons, whatever they did, I would love to see more of these Disney afternoon shows get a reboot, and Rescue Rangers seems like an easy one and one that people would want. Darkwing Duck would be another one that people would probably want. Tailspin, I all those got some kind of play on DuckTales, so I don't know. Like it seems like that's a possibility down the line, and maybe that's something that we'll get a a teaser for either today or maybe sometime down the pipeline. Zach Meehan saying they say one of them will be CGI, one will be traditionally animated. I think you're talking about the Diary of a Wimpy Kid still. Let me know on that. And Sonic Bros says R.I.P. Blue Sky. Yeah, sad. I hate it. Previous note, a gritty Nolan-esque Darkwing Duck. We definitely don't need that. We do not need that. But Zach saying, and the Rescue Rangers cameo in DuckTales was so good. The cameos from all of those Darkwing Duck and Tailspin and all, like, loved all of them coming in. The Three Caballeros coming in. Anytime they had a big cameo from somewhere, it got me excited. Like, man, there's so much excitement with DuckTales, and it made everybody want to see just like this whole Disney afternoon thing come back. So maybe it will. Maybe it will. What else have we gotten? We did get a trailer for an original series, and so it doesn't seem like this is going to be an original short series, but an actual full-length series of Big Hero 6 Baymax. I was thinking of just simply calling it Baymax. Will be an original series streaming this coming summer 2022. I don't know if that means it's going to be 6 episodes that are 20 minutes long, or if this means that we're going to get 10 shorts that are going to be, 7 minutes long. They didn't announce that. They didn't say how long these little episodes were going to be. I could see both happening. But this looks great. It looks like, from what I'm seeing, that Baymax helps people in different ways in each episode and goes out and finds new people to help. This short really goes off of that same kind of humor that is in Big Hero 6, and so it just excites me that that's what we're going to be getting. They haven't done, in my opinion, a lot with Big Hero 6 outside of the animated show. There's not, like, if you go to a Disney store or anything like that, there's not a ton of Big Hero 6 merchandise. If you go to the theme parks, there's not a lot of Big Hero 6 stuff, at least not right now. So more Big Hero 6 inclusivity, in my mind, the better. I love Big Hero 6. I love Baymax as a character. I hope that this means that he's coming back to the theme parks as a meet and greet character, because I was able to go to Epcot a couple of years back and meet Baymax, and the way that the suit works, the way that it moves, everything about it is so unique and wonderful. And like hugging Baymax was like legitimately one of the top highlights of a theme park vacation for me. So I hope that that is something that is coming back, because that's something I would love to see more of. Like the Baymax, again, like they have already announced another movie, another sequel for the Diary of a Wimpy Kid. If they announced, first of all, they announced like the Olaf Presents season 2 coming next year, I'm already in for it. And if they announced season 2 of Baymax already, I'm already in for that. I think that that's something I would look forward to. And I hope that they do more, like Pixar and Disney do more series like this, like how they had Monsters at Work. They're having Baymax. I don't just want shorts. Like, I would love to have full-fledged shows happening. If it's, even if it's like a 6-episode miniseries, I would love to have that kind of thing happening. And here we go. We've got this trailer for Ice Age, the new Ice Age film, Adventures of Buck Wild, is fine. I think this is like the 7th Ice Age film. The only thing, the biggest problem with all of this, with them continuing Ice Age, is that having killed Blue Sky Studios, it just reminds me that Disney bought Fox to just kill off their animation arm. And Ice Age was their biggest property, and now Disney owns it and they're making new Ice Ages. It just seems disingenuous. It seems like they cut them off at the legs and then took their property and ran with it. And this is probably something that Blue Sky was working on and Blue Sky finished before they closed down. But just a reminder, it's just a reminder that that's what happened, and that sucks. It sucks that that happened. Not a fan of Blue Sky shutting down, and this is just a reason, have to talk about that. It sucks. I hate it. Um, what else is going on? And I'll get back to your comments here in a moment. Thank you guys so much for so many of you now sticking in. 15 of you just hanging out, and appreciate it. So thank you so much. A new original movie called Better Nate Than Never. I don't know, to be honest with you, a majority of the names in this show, starring Aria Brooks, Michelle Federer, introducing Ruby Wood as Nate, Norbert Leo Butts. The only two names I know here for sure are Lisa Kudrow and Joshua Bassett. So if anybody wants to enlighten me on who these other people are or what this film is going to be, let me know. But I definitely don't know a lot about Better Nate Than Never, which makes me unexcited about this. Like, it's just a name and a logo at this point. Um, what else we got here? Oh yeah, don't forget to pronounce the exclamation mark. It's pronounced Baymax. Baymax. That's what it is. So excited for Baymax. Not excited for Better Nate Than Never. Flamey chiming in. It also doesn't help that the animation looks like a TV show rather than a movie with that Ice Age film. Yeah. Strangely enough, like Monsters at Work, Baymax, those look like the theater. Like those look like the characters from the movie theaters, and they've just added the show. That Ice Age movie, oof, doesn't look great. Um, yeah. Sonic Bros. Is the new Ice Age a movie? It looks like a TV animation quality. Exactly. It is supposed to be a movie. It doesn't look great though. Um, can't believe that Disney is making another Ice Age, but they canceled Momono despite it being 75% done and supposed to release in January. Yeah, man, the whole Blue Skies 20th century experiment that they've got going on, it just doesn't sit right with me. It doesn't feel great. Like, coming off of Ron's Gone Wrong, if you watched my last video, like, I did kind of talk about this. Like, it seems like they just buried Ron's Gone Wrong. Disney, wanted people to go to see Encanto so bad, and then, when they put out a new date, release date for Ron's Gone Wrong, it seems like they just didn't care about it because they wanted to put all their emphasis on their own film, and then just basically murder the film coming out of 20th Century Fox, or Locksmith Animation. The Locksmith Animation's first ever film that they've ever made, got pushed back several times because of the pandemic, understandably. But then once it finally got the release date that it was going to come out on, it was like it didn't even matter anymore. So, what's going on at 20th Century and Blue Sky and anything that's basically not Disney Pixar animation at Disney, um, I it's kind of upsetting, to be honest. It's a bit upsetting. Um, we've got I'm trying to go through these as quickly as I can without repeating anything. Um, but sorry, everybody. We did get a brand new sneak peek at a picture anyway, a sneak peek at the Hocus Pocus 2 production, which is coming in the fall of 2022. So we're getting a little bit of a sneak peek here with what our actresses look like. Obviously, Kathy Najimy and Bette Midler and Sarah Jessica Parker are all coming back to play these characters. So Hocus Pocus 2 is in production. It is happening. The costuming looks great. The reproductions of the original costumes looks fantastic. So there is that exciting Hocus Pocus 2 news if you're a Hocus Pocus fan. We also got the we didn't really get like much about it, but we did get a live action Pinocchio. I guess you want to call it a teaser. It's just the logo, but we have giving a little bit of information saying it stars Tom Hanks, who's going to be Geppetto, Cynthia Ervlo, or Ervo. I'm sorry, I'm mispronouncing that. Luke Evans, and the voices of Benjamin Evan Allensworth, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Keegan Michael Key, and Lorraine Bracco. And it's directed by Robert Zemeckis. We've known that for a long time. We knew that Tom Hanks was involved. We knew that Robert Zemeckis was involved. It's interesting to hear officially that Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Keegan Michael Key are involved in this. Those are big names to be involved with this. Um, uh, Daniel does it. Welcome, asking any Star Wars announcements. There have been some Star Wars announcements. Today, you can go watch the making of a bunch of stuff. But there are things coming down the pipeline. I believe that we will be talking about those here momentarily. So stick around. I will definitely be talking about it. Jeff says Zemeckis, good director. For those that don't know, Jeff or Prebes is his nickname for No Midnight. Is a big fan of Who Framed Roger Rabbit, which is directed by Robert Zemeckis. So of course he would say that. We'll be talking about as much as we can here momentarily about Star Wars and Marvel and anything else that's coming down the pipeline. I know that those things are a high priority for a lot of people. But some things that are high priority for me, actually, I love The World According to Jeff Goldblum. It was great. Nat Geo original. It looks like that's continuing. I will say this. National Geographic has not had a huge presentation on Disney Plus. Outside of The World According to Jeff Goldblum, everything else seems like it's coming straight from the cable TV channel and not anything that's made specifically for Disney Plus. Except for now, we're getting two new shows, or at least a couple of new shows that are coming in. We're getting this Chris Hemsworth Limitless show, which is, I think, could be interesting. We're also going to be getting a Will Smith show called Welcome to Earth. So those two shows in general could be something on that same tier as The World According to Jeff Goldblum. So if you're interested in celebrities exploring the world and doing, interesting things, I'm all for that. Obviously, the Jeff Goldblum show is a little bit more quirky, a little bit more silly. This Will Smith show and Chris Hemsworth show seem a little bit more dramatic, looking at the world in a larger scope. Interesting. They also have another show coming called America the Beautiful, which looks to me like some more. It's more about the visuals than it is about telling a larger story. These all look beautiful. Nat Geo doesn't get as much love as it probably deserves. So, yeah, I think that should be exciting if you're into nature documentaries. Preem saying, is that Hemsworth Limitless show like the movie or the TV show? No, it's nothing like that. Nothing like that at all. No. Good try though, man. Thor on drugs, hanging out of helicopters sounds like a win to me. Yeah, it is definitely a win. I think it's going to be fun. I think that is going to be something that people want to come in and hang on to. I'm super stoked about all this Nat Geo stuff. I'm a big documentary fan or docu-series fan, and like I said, The World According to Jeff Goldblum was fantastic. Season 1 was. I'm looking forward to Season 2 dropping today. So these series are something that I personally will probably be catching up on it and seeing for myself. We're also getting a brand new remake of a fairy tale called Sneakerella, which could be interesting. This is going straight to Disney Plus. It seems like kind of a Disney Plus drop. It doesn't seem like a movie that they would put into theaters. This definitely feels like what's been great about the Disney Plus original films is that they're like a step up from Disney Channel original films. They're a bit more well produced. They have a larger budget. So this seems like a really great family film to sit down and watch. Sneakerella isn't going to be some film that blows people away, but it is a film that you know will do well. If they put this out on a week that not a lot of other stuff is coming out, people will probably sit down and watch it. I don't see this one being huge for a lot of people as far as the announcements today. Like, Better Nate Than Never, this film, maybe some of the other things that don't really have a lot of intellectual property knowledge to them, probably won't get a lot of hype coming out of today. So this one will get buried until it finally comes out on February 18th, which is great. I mean, the fact that this film basically got made under the radar says a lot about it. So, like nobody really is looking to this film to be super exciting. So it being coming out on February 18th, cool, fine, sure. Something that I think a lot of people are excited for, as animation fans, is going to be the new Proud Family, Louder and Prouder. The original series starts streaming in February. The Proud Family was something that a lot of people noticed was not on Disney Plus when it first came out. The Proud Family was a long-running Disney Channel show, Disney Channel animated show, and especially being one of the only shows on the Disney Channel that represented a non-white culture. It was great to have a black family on TV on Disney Channel, and it seemed to be missing from Disney Plus when it first came out. So a lot of people wanted it to come out. A lot of people basically protested Disney for not having that on Disney Plus initially, and now we're getting a new series as well. I mean, you can go watch The Proud Family now. It did get added, but now we're getting a new original series coming in February. This is exciting for a lot of people, and I love The Proud Family when it first came out, so this is something I will probably be checking out when it hits Disney Plus later, and not even later, long time later. Like some of these announcements are for fall or winter 2022. This is coming out in February, so that's right around the corner. Also, season 3 of High School Musical, the series. Sorry, High School Musical, the series coming out. I loved the first season of this show. I have yet to actually check out the second season. There was just too many things going on in my life. I'll probably be just binging the second season of the show. The first season was actually fantastic. I've never been a huge High School Musical fan. I don't really care about the movies, but this was done extremely well. So it continuing makes sense, especially coming off the back of Olivia Rodrigo being such a huge star now, Joshua Bassett becoming a huge star in his own right. These things now just add more and more to the High School Musical IP. Like those actors getting bigger makes this series look better. So of course, if they can, they should continue it because they've got Olivia Rodrigo on their payroll. They've got Joshua Bassett on their payroll. Why would they not want to continue this in bigger and better ways? I have not gotten to it yet, but Zach Meehan says that they announced a Marvel Echo series. I have no history with this character, but I'm excited. And Agatha House of Harkness is coming soon with no date. We'll be getting to those as we see them, as they come on in. And Flaming says, I'm excited for it. It seems like it's appealing more to older fans of the original than newer ones. Also, Lil Nas X is in it, so that's something with the Proud Family. That's going to be cool. I think that the Proud Family, Louder and Prouder, does cater to the fans of the original series. So it is bringing in the older crowd that grew up with the series, and maybe those people will share it with their children or their younger siblings or whatever the case might be, so that it can continue on to the next generation, because it's super exciting. I think that's great. The next thing that we got announced, so many announcements already, and they're not even done announcing stuff. We're getting the Spiderwick Chronicles coming down the pipeline. I know that these are super popular books, and these drawings make me absolutely excited for this stuff. But I have not read any of these books, so this is something new to me that I very, very much am interested in in seeing coming off of. I mean, like, look at this little beautiful artwork that's coming off of the Spiderwick Chronicles announcement. This is, I would much rather see this kind of stuff than just a logo for the show or for the movie. So I'm excited to see what happens with that. This is going to be an original series, meaning that we're not just going to get a one and done. This is going to be a completely original series of based on the books. I don't know if that means that we're going to get one. We're going to get one film, or sorry, one season of the show per book, or what the case might be. If they have, a ton of different series planned, seasons planned for that, I'm not sure. But yeah, and Zach pointing out Josh using Twitter without dark mode, like some sort of animal. I knew I was going to get ripped for that. I knew it was coming down the pipeline. I knew that somebody was going to point it out. Thank you for pointing it out. Um, yeah, I'm a bummer. I do know that. We didn't get anything really for Willow, but a little cute vignette that they put out. Good for them, I guess. Yeah, moving on from that. I wish that there was more for Willow, realistically. We also get this new original documentary that's streaming right now. We talked about it earlier, called The Legacy of Boba Fett Under the Helmet. Great. More of that, please. I love these behind the scenes documentaries for stuff that I love. I love the Assemble documentary series for all the stuff going on Disney Plus from Marvel. I love all the stuff that we've gotten so far from Lucasfilm as far as behind the scenes documentaries. So more of that. Always love that. It's one of the things that, like, when DVDs and Blu-rays were kind of going out the window and streaming was king. It's one of the things I missed. I love buying a DVD to get all of those extras. So now Disney Plus is kind of giving us those extras in different ways, and I'm here for it. I'm excited about that. We're getting, oh man, we are getting a brand new series of. Let me bring this up for you guys. We're getting a brand new series called Cars on the Road. Owen Wilson and Larry the Cable Guy return to voice Lightning McQueen and Mater. Again, kind of similar to the Baymax news. I don't know if this is a series of shorts or if this is an actual series like Monsters at Work where you get a 20-minute episode. I'm not really ecstatic for this. I'm not the biggest as far as Cars. I feel like they definitely played Cars out. They had a ton of shorts that came out. They've had 3 films. I would rather see Owen Wilson do something else. I'd rather there be a cool Mobius series. Just saying. Like, bring back Loki and Mobius. That's what I want. I don't really need Cars a series. But, there's that. Victoria chiming in, there's going to be a Peter and Wendy film. I think there have been talks about that for a while. I don't know if there's an official announcement yet for today. I'll definitely be getting to that as we go. Pre saying X-Men animated series. Today is going to be a good day. Yeah, I know that they're coming out with a brand new series based off of the original 90s X-Men animated series, which I hope that they bring back that opening song, because that guitar riff rules. I love, like, the opening to X-Men was one of the greatest cartoon openings that has ever existed. Zach saying there are a lot of beloved book series that got movie treatments in the darker days of CGI that are getting reboots recently. His Dark Materials on HBO, for example, which is I think it already got greenlit for its next season, for season 3. So if you're a fan of His Dark Materials, I would recommend checking it out. If you have HBO Max, go check that out. It's really good. Dre says, I just watched Ciao Alberto, and let me just say Alberto might be my favorite Pixar character ever. It's so wholesome. Good to hear. I'll definitely be checking it out later today. Zach saying the early 2000s DVD market was such a good time for movie nerds. It really was, man. Like, there was so much good behind the scenes content, and it really was one of the driving forces to make me want to make this channel. I got so excited about that kind of stuff. I will tell you that there was a year for Christmas that I asked for a lot of DVD box sets from films that I had actually legitimately either not seen or had not seen in a very long time. That year, I got the Back to the Future box set, and this was probably when I was like 17. I got the Back to the Future box set, which I had seen. I'd seen those films on television, and I'd seen like the second film I'd rented at one point, but I hadn't seen them all like an actual, um, from beginning to end. So I watched those. I watched a documentary with that. I got all of the Jurassic Park films that were out at that point, which was 1 through 3. I think I had seen 1 and 2. I hadn't seen 3, which obviously like a lot of people haven't, and there's good reason for that because it's not that great. But it also came with a documentary, and then I got the Indiana Jones trilogy. I had seen Raiders of the Lost Ark, but I had not seen the other Indiana Jones films, and so I got that as well, all kind of in one run. And then I also got Star Wars episodes 1 through 6, and then all the behind the scenes DVD. Like there was, I mean, that was the year where I sat down and really fell in love with film and fell in love with a lot of the behind the scenes documentary footage. And it was a fantastic time to get into film. Absolutely, early 2000s DVDs. Have a great time to get into filmmaking. Flaming says, as someone who loved cars when I was younger, I'm pretty excited for it. Great. I think that there's definitely a market for cars. There's definitely a market for this new series that they're putting out. I personally, Cars has just not been my thing, but like Monsters Inc. has been my thing. And so the Seeing the Monsters at Work show was fantastic. I love that show, and I hope for more of it. And so I'm glad that for people who love cars, that's what you're getting. Zach saying Mobius as a jet ski stuck in Radiator Springs. If that happens, I will 100% watch that show. I will definitely watch the show if that happens. Flaming says, I thought Ciao Alberto would be a series of shorts. Instead, it's just one short. Yeah, they sometimes I feel like they're kind of questionable on the wording that they use for when they put stuff out. Like, they show things, and I get excited that maybe it's going to be a full-fledged series, and then it just becomes a single 7-minute short, or that it might be a new spin-off movie or whatever. They're very unclear about some of these things. And I think it's because people wouldn't be so excited for a 7-minute short. So they kind of play it off as if it's like a brand new special. You know, it's going to be this big 30-minute special or something, but it's always just a short. Sounds like we had the exact same Christmas. We might have, yeah. The Alien Quadrilogy was an amazing set. So much content. I did not get that box set. Maybe that's something that I should check out going forward. We're getting a new animated series called Win or Lose. That's coming from Pixar, which I love this artwork. I love this little piece of artwork that we've got going on here. But it's coming in fall 2023, so that is pretty far out. I'm not sure if this is something to get super excited for, considering how far out it is. But, there is that. Like somebody said earlier, we're getting Zootopia Plus, a new short form series. So this is not a new original show, but it is going to be a series of shorts, which is something that I would be very excited to see. Here's my thought about Zootopia, and I want to be... Zootopia is my favorite film from Disney of the past 20 years. Like, legitimately, it is my favorite animated film. I saw it, I think, 3 times in theaters. The thing about Zootopia is that it is based on social and political movements. And so anytime that they ever announce anything new about Zootopia, I get a little bit scared. Because I don't want people to lose the focus that is a film about discrimination. It's a film about prejudice. It's a film that has a lot of social and political meaning to it. And so when they announced that they were going to be opening a new land in Shanghai, I believe, I got scared that people would start saying like, "Oh, we need to have a Zootopia land at Walt Disney World or at Disneyland," and we do not need that. And coming off with these new shorts, I think it's cute. It's a cool idea to put um, mini short stories out about things that happen in the city of Zootopia. But I don't want people to lose focus that Zootopia was made to be a showcase about socio-political issues. Um, I think that it is hard not to look past that. And so creating a theme park land feels like it's a disservice to that story. And so the hope is that these new shorts are not a disservice to that story as well. That they keep either extremely separate from that story or that they continue that story in some way. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Val says, to be honest, I want more live action content than animated from Marvel. A trailer for something. I think we'll get to that, and that's something definitely to talk about at a later time, because I think that the What If series was good. Clone Wars was good, but it is definitely something that people didn't really want. They wanted more of the live action stuff. That is something that I've definitely seen from people. Skylar, welcome, my friend. I'm glad that you've chimed in. Really loved the Spiderwick books growing up. Yeah, I didn't read them, but the artwork coming off of that series looks incredible. I'm excited that it's going to be a series more than just a movie, so that we get more of it. But that's great. And Zootopia is truly relevant. I completely agree. I hope that it stays relevant. That the shorts stay relevant to what was the impact of the original film. And Pretty Girl, welcome, thank you. Saying nice sweater, I love the rainbow. Actually, if you guys haven't seen it, but this is a unicorn. It's got a unicorn on it. This is my unicorn sweater, guys. I just want the Aladdin TV series. Anthony says, Anthony, or do you want the like animated TV series from the 90s, or do you want a new TV series? Because I would bet that they would eventually probably drop the animated TV series on Disney Plus without making anything new. But if you want a new animated series, or do you want a live action series, that's something to think about as well, coming off of the live action film. Considering that they've already announced a live action sequel to that film. So he says it's the 90s one. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know when that's going to happen. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Ooh, I did not know this. I did not know this. So this is exciting. First look concept art, the new long form musical series coming to Disney Plus. The series follows newly crowned Princess of Maldonia, Tiana, on a new adventure, but her New Orleans past isn't far behind. If anybody has any other information on this, I would love to know more about this. Obviously, this is coming in 2023, so this is a ways out. But this is ecstatic. Also, I will say this is something that a lot of people are going to hate, because this is another reaffirming moment that Splash Mountain at Disneyland and Walt Disney World is going away, and that they're going to be replacing it with Princess and the Frog theme attraction. This is definitely them saying we are completely behind Tiana as a character and as a concept for a theme park attraction. We're going to completely get behind this, and this will only add fuel to the fire. For some people, it will also add a lot of excitement for that new attraction when it finally opens. If this series comes out in 2023, I could see them trying to also coincide the opening of that attraction at Disneyland or Walt Disney World with this new series. So for anybody who's a Splash Mountain fan, get those rides in now, next time you head to a theme park, because this might be the last time that you ride Splash Mountain, at least in its current form, before it gets a rehauled theme with Tiana behind it. But Princess and the Frog is here to stay. That's what this says to me. But I love Princess and the Frog. I love the music from that film, so I can get behind that. I can get behind that. A new series coming down the pipeline called Intertwined, which is now streaming. So if you're looking for something to watch today, right now, you can watch a new show called Intertwined, which I don't know if you have any interest in that kind of thing. I definitely do not on a personal level, but they have a brand new trailer out as well as the poster for the show. Sure, if this is the thing that you want, I don't know if this is based off of any previous property, but we'll see. I love also that Disney Plus is using its own meme to give us the fact that the X-Men is coming out in 2023 with all new episodes. I love the fact that they've done this. This is fantastic. Thank you so much to Disney for using a relevant meme for something that you're doing. That's great. Zach saying about Tiana, wait, they don't live in New Orleans ever after. No, I guess they go back to Maldonia. So we'll see what that is. Flamey says they first announced it last year's investors meeting, the Tiana series. I mean, that would make sense. And yes, I don't think I said it, but Anika Noni Rose will return as the voice of Tiana for that show. I believe it did say that in that announcement there. Pretty Girl saying, the Princess and the Frog movie didn't really interest me, but if they make a show, I'll still try it. Hopefully, it'll be more enjoyable and more details of her story. Yeah, I think that I did not see Princess and the Frog in theaters. When I did eventually see it, I fell in love with it almost instantly, and it's a movie that I've revisited several times. And so this is for me. Is something I'm interested in, but I think what got me initially was that the music for that film is so good, but I've always been a big fan of New Orleans jazz. So and Zydeco and other styles that are from the New Orleans area. So I think that it just appeals to me musically. Zach said 14-minute preview for all the Marvel shows dropped on Disney Plus. Some footage from She-Hulk and Miss Marvel at the end of it, which they did announce. Miss Marvel, I think, was originally supposed to come out this year. Obviously, a pandemic pushed a lot of stuff back, and now it's coming out summer. Tell me if I'm wrong. I think it's spring or summer of 2022. Let me know on that one. I would love to hear your thoughts as we continue on down the pipeline here. Also, we did speaking of Marvel, they didn't give us an actual preview for anything here. So you have to go on to Disney Plus actually to see that preview. But they do have the logo for Moon Knight and She-Hulk. Both of those are coming soon. They don't have an actual date, but those are there. Summer 22, here we go. Summer 2022 is when Miss Marvel is happening. And they did announce the season 2 of What If. So if you are a fan of What If, I actually enjoyed the series for what it was. There were a couple of episodes where it was a slog fest to get through, but overall, I did enjoy What If as a series. And so I'm looking forward to this coming down the pipeline. I hope that it doesn't come out too soon. I hope that it's like maybe every summer we get 10 episodes, or maybe it's even every other year we get 10 episodes. And then we got the original series logo for Echo. And this is exciting, a new original animated series, Spider-Man Freshman Year. Interestingly enough, it doesn't say who will be voicing Spider-Man. Could be anybody. For What If, they did not get Tom Holland to voice Spider-Man. So I don't think that Spider-Man will be voiced by Tom Holland here either. That's my guess. And then we're getting a new animated original series. Again, don't know if it's shorts or don't know if it's long form or whatever, but we're getting a new Marvel series for I Am Groot, and then we're also getting the original series for Ironheart, and then Agatha, House of Harkness, and oh man, this is awesome! Marvel Zombies, a whole series for Marvel Zombies, gonna be great. And then Secret Invasion is the last of these Marvel Studios announcements. I'm speechless, guys. Like this is such major. Like as a Marvel fan, this Secret Invasion has me excited. Like this feels like an end game kind of situation, and it being an entire series makes me really happy. Um, I knew that we were gonna get She-Hulk and Ironheart and all those other things. Get it, like the confirmation that Secret Invasion is coming is exciting. Agatha, House of Harkness, also excited. Like I've love and I've been trying to think of a way to talk about the Eternals for the channel. I don't want to just do a straight review. So I've been thinking about making a video about the future of the MCU and what the Eternals tells us about the future of the MCU, and and this adds to that, having Secret, um, having I mean just a bunch of different shows, but Secret Invasion being kind of like what feels like an in-game style version of that, and where things are leading to. Um, Pretty Girl is trying to, what is Marvel Zombies? If you watch the What If episode, there is an episode of What If. Um, I think it's just set. I think the title of the episode is just What If Zombies. And so if you watch that episode, it will definitely tell you a lot about Marvel Zombies. Yeah, Zach saying they had a Marvel Zombies episode where everyone's zombified. I wonder where in that timeline it will start. Who knows? But that is an interesting thing coming down the pipeline. It does say animated. It is an animated show, so it's not going to be live action. They're not going to make a scary live action show for zombies. But that's exciting, and it is exciting, especially all of this stuff. All the stuff from Marvel is exciting if you're a fan of Disneyland as well, because they have the Marvel Avengers campus there. They've been extremely good about bringing out new characters every time something drops. They just recently brought out several of the characters from Eternals, literally the day that Eternals came out. So as this happens, all of these things happen. New characters are going to get added to Avengers Campus. New shows will get added to Avengers Campus. That's the kind of stuff that makes me excited for all of these things. And they've also talked about, because they brought out a zombie Captain America for the Halloween parties at Disneyland, the possibility of an entire zombies takeover of Avengers Campus, or a haunted house featuring the Marvel zombies, is a possibility. And that's something that excites me and is really cool for people that are, into scary stuff. I love Halloween season. I love scary stuff. I went to several theme parks this year that had haunted houses and haunted mazes and scare actors and stuff like that. And I kind of avoided Disney all October because it doesn't have stuff like that. It does have some Halloween decorations, which are nice, but it doesn't have a lot of the kind of scary stuff I crave during the Halloween season. So that might change with the Marvel Zombies show. They might add more of that into the Disneyland Avengers Campus. Whew, yeah, a lot of good stuff going on with Marvel. They're giving a lot of great stuff there. Um, what else do we have here? Let me get back to this. I'm sorry, I got almost like choked up there. I was so excited about that. Trying to get back in the timeline and see where we are here. Um, okay, I think we're coming to the end in total here. Yeah, it looks like that's the basically all the Marvel stuff is kind of the final announcements, at least for now. Um, Obviously, we have a bunch of stuff that's on Disney Plus currently, so if you check it out, you can. Like it was said earlier, there's a 14-minute run of uh, of stuff from Marvel on Disney Plus if you want to get the previews for all those things now. And they did announce it. I didn't see it here in the Disney Plus thing, but Predator sequel called Prey is coming to Hulu in 2022. So I think that they announced several other Hulu things. Let me see if I can find another like rundown of other stuff. Maybe another website has more to say on these things. I feel like there's a bunch of places that we can probably find something. I mean, I'm looking for more announcements, but we've already got a ton of announcements today. There's a lot happening on Disney Plus between Disney and Pixar and Marvel and Lucasfilm and even National Geographic is getting a lot of stuff. It looks like kind of that's it for the announcements today, as far as right now, as far as I know. I'll stay live. I'll stay on for a bit to talk about what's coming up on Disney Plus and what's been happening. Also, I'm like I said, I've been thinking about putting together a video for Eternals. If you'd like to see that, I definitely want to make that video. I want to actually churn it out as quickly as possible. I saw Eternals opening day, and I've been racking my brain trying to figure out how to talk about Eternals. It's such a like weirdly dense movie. It introduces us to so much stuff, and I didn't know how to exactly talk about it or what even my feelings were on the film for several days after. But I have some thoughts about a video to make of that. I also have a secret video I'm very excited about making. Hopefully that will come out next week. If not, then the week after. We'll see. But definitely there will be an Eternals video. Pretty says yes, please, on the Eternals video. Just saw it. Need more info, more reliable sources. I am trying to be a reliable source, so thank you for thinking that I am a reliable source, and I will give as much information as I can on those characters and on those stories. But I also definitely want to chime in on what the future of the MCU is with the Eternals, because that's something that excites me, but also scares me. And I think that that's kind of the premise for the video that I've got coming out. Jeff saying Avengers Campus, I want one of those. Sorry, my friend, you're an East Coaster, and Disney and Universal have a weird agreement with what they can or cannot do with the Marvel characters and theme parks. Currently, as things stand, you can get the Guardians of the Galaxy, but you cannot get anything else. Sorry. My kiddo saw footage of Zombie Cap and had nightmares. I feel like I failed him. Well, you haven't failed him. I wouldn't say that you failed him, but I will say that, well, maybe you just need a few more years, a few more years before people are ready in your household to see zombies. They're scary. They are scary. Eternals, as their Muppet counterparts, might break the internet. That would be cool. I think what's interesting here from Disney Plus, we know that we got Muppets Haunted Mansion. We know that there's going to be a new Muppets Christmas special coming. We got none of that, though, for this. And we got no other future announcements for the Muppets. So that does make me question what is happening with the Muppets. Hopefully more is coming. Currently, last night was the first of the Merriest Nights Christmas celebration at Disneyland, and they had the Muppets going up and down Main Street on the double-decker bus singing Christmas carols. And there were so many people that were there just for that. It was difficult to stand on Main Street in order to get a picture or a video or anything, or even see the Muppets, because so many people were on Main Street holding up their phones like this, trying to get video. It was difficult to see. Like, people were so overwhelmed and ecstatic to see the Muppets inside of Disneyland. At Walt Disney World, they have a Muppet Vision currently, and they've had other Muppets things in the past, but Disneyland has actually never had anything outside of Muppet Vision, which ran for like maybe 5 years. But we've never had it at Disneyland on the West Coast. We've never had anything other than that as far as Muppets go. So people are craving Muppets content. People want to see the Muppets succeed. Them being at the Merriest Night celebration last night was a testament to that. People loving the Muppets Haunted Mansion is a testament to that. Hopefully the Christmas special is just as good, and hopefully we get to see more Muppets down the pipeline. And maybe they're working on stuff, but it's just not necessarily something that, not necessarily something that's ready. Just I was hoping for Tram's announcement for Disney Plus Day. Show that you're a subscriber and get a free ride to the front of Transportation and Ticket Center. Okay, here's the thing about Disneyland and Walt Disney World right now. Neither of them, if you're unfamiliar, neither of them have trams running, which wouldn't be an issue, except for the walk from the parking lots. Excuse me. The walks from the parking lots to the main gates is such a long walk. It's ridiculous. I went to Disneyland on Wednesday, I believe. No, it was last weekend even. This was Saturday. I went on Saturday. And the walk that I had from the parking lot where I parked to the front gate to get into the park was a 20-minute walk. And I wasn't like slouching. I was actually, kind of speed walking my way to the front gate. It was a lot, and I've done it several times, and I don't mind doing it. It's good exercise, of course, but it gets tiring, and at a point where at the end of my day at Disneyland, that walk back to the parking lot is the worst part. And without the trams, that's the only option that you have. And so for a lot of people that I know personally that are annual pass holders, a lot of people aren't even going to Disneyland until the trams come back. And I would assume the same for Walt Disney World. A lot of people at Walt Disney World, when my friends and I went in October, we paid for preferred parking to be closer to the front, just because they didn't have trams running. And it was still kind of a hefty walk to our car every now and then. So, yeah. What a fun show. This and the Muppets Present Great Moments in American History have been offer a chance to see the actual characters in the park. And I love that. I love that the actual puppets are making appearances. The actual Muppet puppet characters are making appearances at the theme parks. The Christmas caroling down Main Street at Disneyland, amazing. I love that. I love the art of puppetry in that form. I know that Muppet Vision is cool, and I do like Muppet Vision, especially if that's the only chance I get to see the Muppets in a theme park. But actually seeing Kermit live, or Fozzie, or Miss Piggy, or whomever live, it is magical. I can't describe to you how magical that is. And I'm a huge Muppets fan. I'm a huge Henson fan. And so maybe that's because in that same vein, for me, it's like seeing Mickey Mouse for a lot of other people. And I've always loved Disney. I do love seeing Mickey Mouse. But I've seen him a lot, right? So it's in that same sense of seeing Mickey Mouse for the first time. Seeing Kermit, when you rarely get to see Kermit, as a puppet, singing Christmas carols or doing a show or whatever, that feels like seeing him for the first time. So, yeah, I love that. Please leave your thoughts, comments. I will probably be heading out. We've been live for almost an hour and a half talking about Disney Plus, talking about everything that's coming down the pipeline. I will be making, probably writing right after this, my Eternals video so that I can get that video out this weekend for you guys. I'm also working on a secret project. I can't talk about it yet, but it is something I'm very excited about. And then I've got a couple of other videos, especially some Christmas related videos that are coming down the pipeline as well before the end of the year. I might be taking a little bit of a break, but I'm not going to say that I am. I don't know that for sure yet. As we head into 2022, I want to expand this channel. I also want to get back to the Modern Mouse podcast. Oh, excuse me. And if you are somebody who's here and who enjoys what I do here, you can also check out the Patreon. I've been trying to update it more and more frequently. I've been off and on bad about it, and I do understand that. I apologize to those people that are patrons. But thank you to those of you who have stuck around. I will say this, Zach saying that the secret video is about the Brave Little Toaster goes to Mars. That is not it. I know I've actually had several people who loved the Brave Little Toaster video I did say, when are you going to talk about the other Brave Little Toaster movies? And maybe that's coming sometime down the pipeline. I don't have an exact date for that, but maybe we'll talk about the other films from the Brave Little Toaster. We'll see. I do have some other ideas for some non-Disney, but Disney pseudo-related movies. So we'll get into that. I do have some Christmas ideas though that I definitely want to get into, and will be getting into for sure in December. So that's happening. And Preeb saying there's other Brave Little Toaster movies. There are in fact 2 other Brave Little Toaster movies. Yes. So those will definitely be talked about sometime down the line. But to those of you that have hung out with me for a long time, thank you so much for hanging out. I'll be hanging out. I'm not going anywhere. I'll be hanging out for a bit longer. I don't have anything in particular to talk about as far as Disney Plus Day goes. So if you do have any thoughts or comments, chime in. I will definitely be answering as many comments as I can. I'll definitely be talking about as much as I can. And I also appreciate you guys so much. I haven't done a live stream just by myself in a long time. It's usually been with a lot of my friends from the No Midnight podcast, where we do trivia on Tuesdays sometimes. If you've not chimed in for a Trivia Tuesday, they're a ton of fun. I love being the host of that. I love being able to ask all kinds of really fun questions. And it's not just Disney. We do pop culture, so it's a lot of other stuff outside of Disney. A lot of films, a lot of music, TV shows, books, etc. But for a long time, I also just did Disney trivia, and it seemed like we weren't getting a ton of people off of that, so we moved it out to being pop culture trivia. And hopefully you've been a fan of that if you've checked it out at all. But I love doing these live streams and getting to chat with everybody. And I haven't done one in a while where I just got to sit down and chat with people. So I'm excited to do that. And I'm glad that Disney Plus Day gave me the opportunity to sit down and chat as well. Zach saying, always a great time with y'all. I appreciate it. It's always a great time with you as well. Thank you. Thank you for ripping on me about my use of Twitter. I do appreciate that. Yes, I don't use dark mode. I'm sorry. Also, I didn't know how long I was going to be going for today. So I brewed this cup of coffee, which is technically a 4-cup cup of coffee. And I poured it into this cup, and I have another pot waiting for me once this is done. Because I knew I needed more coffee, but I didn't know how long I was going to be streaming for. So I figured I would get it ready for myself for the future. Jeff says, if you want, check your Slack DM for the link to the Disney Plus merch. What? Okay, I will definitely do that. By the way, in case anybody's wondering, yes, we have Slack for No Midnight Media. I'm part of No Midnight Media, and we do podcasts and other things as well. So if you're interested in checking that out, Go to knowmidnightmedia.com. Oh, this is glorious. I've got to share this with everybody. Hold on, everyone. Hold on. Thanks to Prebes here for bringing this to my attention. Because, my friends, you could have a Disney Plus Day Alligator Loki shirt right now if you want. That is exciting. You can get this Lucas shirt. You can get this. Oh my gosh, I totally just blanked. Why have I blanked on the name of this movie? Oh, I'm such an awful Disney person now. Um, oh my gosh. What's wrong with me? Raya and the Last Dragon. Oh my god, I'm the worst. I'm totally the worst. Uh, Loki, Luca, Ryan the Last Dragon. You can also get this Hawkeye. I'm gonna go with that being a Hawkeye shirt. Or you can get this Disney Plus 1 year subscription card, I guess, for as a gift for people. These are cool. I really like these. Also, because it's Disney Plus Day, you can get 1 month of Disney Plus for free. Basically, if you want to cancel your subscription and then restart it, you can get it for $1.99. Also, I'm sorry, I'm getting this Miss Minutes plush. I'm pre-ordering that for sure. I don't know about you guys, but that's amazing. Also, this Alligator Loki and this Home Alone set and this Tuca doll. Oh man, guys. Oh man, this is amazing. All this Shang-Chi stuff, the Boba Fett shirt. I don't even know if this is all Disney Plus Day stuff. I'm not even sure. I guess it is. It does say that I'm on the Disney Plus. Okay. Um. Oh man, lots of Shang-Chi merch coming out. Boba Fett. This Wet Band. Okay, so this Wet Bandit shirt, this Home Alone ugly holiday sweatshirt, the Kevin McAllister Battle Plan map shirt is amazing. Guys, Disney Plus Day is gonna ruin me. This is a shopping experience I didn't know I wanted, but now I'm here. This I will say some of this stuff I've seen in Avengers Campus. A lot of the Shang-Chi stuff. This like neon sign looking shirt I've seen at Disney Plus. I've seen it Avengers Campus before. The jacket I've seen at Avengers Campus before, which are all fantastic. This jacket here is so good. I love this Shang-Chi Battle Lego set. This is cool. I would definitely buy into that. Maybe I'll buy that for my friend's kid so that I can help him put it together. I don't have my own children, but I don't know anybody who has kids in this chat, or maybe if you're the cool uncle or cool aunt or whatever. But do you buy gifts for the kids just so that you can also have that slightly? You get to also play with it a little bit. That's kind of like my motto. That's what I run with. That's what I go with. There's so much cool stuff here. Oh yes, these cufflinks, these Star Wars cufflinks are amazing. Um, I don't even have a use for cufflinks, but I want it. This Morris shirt is fantastic. Give me more of that. All these coffee mugs. I'm a sucker for coffee mugs, as you guys know. I mean, I've got a show on Sundays called Coffee and Carousels, so I love myself some coffee and some mugs. Mm. Lots of Shang-Chi stuff coming out, um, which is cool. It is cool. This Grogu holiday plush Yoda, baby Yoda, perfect, perfect. Want all of that. This Christmas pin, the best things come in small package. This Christmas pin is really cute. I can go for that. Also, this stocking. Basically, if it's got Grogu, if it's got Baby Yoda, I'm into it. I love that. I love this Mandalorian iPhone wallet. I'm an Android user, but I love that. I don't have that for me though. Eternals Monopoly. Well, there's a monopoly for everybody. Man, it keeps going. Here's the problem. Here's the problem with this pin right here. Where I go, he goes. That's not what happened at the end of season 2. We all know that. We know that's not what happened. But I will put this little tiny Grogu on my shoulder. That's for sure. Give me that. I'll take that. Guys, this is amazing. Also, I'm sure that this is thrilling content for those people that are watching the live stream. Me just looking at stuff on Shop Disney. I am so sorry, but I'm excited. Oh man, this Scarlet Witch and Vision action figure set. Yes, please. There hasn't been enough WandaVision stuff, in my opinion. There's not enough WandaVision merch. This pullover is everything I've ever wanted. Yes, please. These Mandalorian gauntlets are also great. I wish that they worked on the Web Slingers ride at Disneyland. All right. I gotta stop looking at this stuff. I gotta stop looking. Sorry, guys. There's too much cool stuff. That Morris backpack is it for sure. That was great. It's Omega from Bad Batch. Sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't watch Bad Batch. That makes me a bad Star Wars fan. Truthfully, if I'm being honest, I'm not the biggest of everything that I cover from Disney, from Pixar and Marvel and Star Wars and Muppets and everything like that. Star Wars is the thing I know the least about. So I will say that for sure. And every time I try and educate myself on Star Wars, I get backlash from fans, and when I try and talk about Star Wars, I get backlash from quote unquote fans. So it's been hard to kind of get further into that. Eternals Monopoly, get that before it sells out. If you loved Eternals, then yeah, definitely. And I'm not saying that I'm not saying I hated Eternals. I'm not saying I loved Eternals either. But that's from video coming soon. Yeah. That legendary dad shirt is so funny. Because Grogu's 50. Yeah, it is kind of funny. So much stuff to check out. I'm very excited about what I'm probably going to purchase today from all of this. Because this is exciting. I love this. Anyways, guys, I'm going to call this the stream. We've been on for almost an hour, 40 minutes. I appreciate you all for coming and hanging out with me and chatting about Disney Plus, Disney Plus Day, all the things that are coming out, all the rumors and exciting things that are coming down the pipeline from Disney Plus. Thank you for being a subscriber, for checking out the live stream, for checking out all the videos, for always commenting and sharing and posting. I absolutely love my audience here on YouTube. I love my Modern Mouse crew. And if you're interested in supporting me in other ways, you can. I know that there are links down below to the Patreon page or to buy a shirt from me. That would go a long ways to helping the channel out and helping me continue to do stuff for you guys. And be sure to check out No Midnight Media on Sundays over on Twitch, twitch.tv/No Midnight Media. Every Sunday morning, starting at 8 a.m., I do coffee and carousels where we talk about the theme parks from around the world, not just Disney. We talk about Universal and all kinds of other things, as well as just chat in general. It's kind of like one of those morning shows, like The View, except for it's me and my friend Chris instead of a bunch of lovely ladies. That's a really bad analogy, but you know what I mean. Like it's more of just kind of a fun, lighthearted morning talk show. So if you're into that kind of thing, Sunday mornings, 8 a.m., twitch.tv/No Midnight Media. But thank you so much to come and hang out with me here just at Modern Mouse, and I appreciate everything you do. Zach, thank you so much. I never do this, but this was a great surprise for a blah Friday at work. Personally, it was a surprise to me too. I totally forgot about Disney Plus Day, or else I would have scheduled this further out, and I would have announced it further out. So I'm glad that you caught it, and I'm glad that I could be a part of it for you. This made my day. I'm so happy to talk about Disney and everything. For Jeff, I'll do it too. Thanks, my friend. Thanks for chipping in. I appreciate that. Thank you for your support. Thanks for everybody's support for Modern Mouse. This has been a really interesting, long experiment to make this YouTube channel, and I'm glad that people have stuck around and still like what I do here. So, until next time, thank you, my friends, for hanging out with me. I'll catch you later on the flip side sometime down the road with a new video about the Eternals. I promise that one is coming, and for those of you that are sticking around, go do something else with your lives. You know? Go, I don't know, go watch another live stream or go read a book or something. I don't know. Have a wonderful weekend. Have a wonderful Friday. And until next time, keep moving forward, my friends. Bye.